This course is epic. You do not get friendlier folk than the Irish. You look like trouble, Gary.
I'm not trouble, no, no. I'm having a quiet word with your friend. Just like that.
Nice golfer's tan, there you go, folks.
That is like proper golfer's
It is
tan.
indeed, it is indeed.
You would be forgiven for not knowing that there are in fact 2 courses at Royal Portrush, and we are about to play the front 9 of the recently renovated Valley Links. You can see I've got the scorecard in my hand here, and I'm going to play my own ball from holes 1 to 9 to see what I can score. And while I do that, we're going to get a sneak peek at what exactly Martin Huber and his team have been doing to make this into what it is now, and it's been getting a lot of rave reviews, so I'm really excited to be here. Thank you to Royal Portrush for having me, and hold on to your hats, folks. This is Chasing the Red. Okay, we have hit the jackpot with the weather today. It couldn't be a more stunning day to play some golf, and I can feel the weight of the world melting off my shoulders getting ready to go out and play 9 holes. It is very narrow, I'm going to say, to start with. We've got dunes on the left and on the right, a fairway bunker on the right hand side, and there's wind straight into me. I'm playing right into the teeth of it, but I'm up for a real challenge today. I'm birdie hunting. And that is smoked. Let's go. 3rd, 5th, 7th, 9th, that's where I'm going to use my mat to protect the grass. Because this renovation has only been open for about 3 weeks, so we are one of the first to see what's happening here at the Valley Links, and I'm really pleased that we're getting to show you, because it'd be easy to come to Portrush and not realise there's a little hidden gem here right around the corner, and it runs right next to Royal Portrush main course, the Dunluce Links, so it makes sense to play them both if you're in town. 115 yards into the wind. It's a perfect pitching wedge for me. Right, I can see this is going to be a really tricky little test. Got narrow fairways and you've got little greens, not like the championship course. So the pin's over on the left hand side and there's a big bunker that's just giving me the old wink there. I'm going to play a little draw to the right half of this green. Oof, made it just onto the front right edge. It's a strong wind. That's what we like about links, isn't it? You want it on a breezy day. You'd be disappointed if it wasn't a breezy day. So it's actually at the back, this flag, so it's a good thing I didn't miss it anywhere long. I've left myself a nice little 2-putt maybe here, maybe a 1-putt, who knows? It's been a while since we did a Chasing the Red. I'd love to hear how your game's going. The season feels like it's really started now, hasn't it? We've all seen Rory win the Grand Slam at Augusta National. The sun's been shining in the UK. I wonder if it has been where you are around the world. And I feel like with my game, you know, I've just been dusting off the cobwebs, getting back into a bit of a rhythm, trying to find time in my diary to play. So let us know how your game's going and what your goals are for this season. Oof. Oh, well, that's absolutely raced. I thought because I was putting into the wind, it was maybe going to be a bit slower than that, but they're actually quite quick. And it's just taken off on this downslope. It's too high. Oh dear. That is disappointing. It's a 3-putt to start, a bogey, but a beautiful little opening hole. Don't worry, I'll get it back. I'll get it back. The second hole is a par 4. Now, they're on a temporary teeing area because of all the preparations that are underway for the Open Championship. You can see there's some sort of hospitality tent going on what would normally be the teeing area. So instead, we're slightly forward, which I'm quite happy about, to be honest. And I've got 183 yards into a very strong wind. So I've got my hybrid and I'm going to need every bit of it. Par 4. Keep coming back. I'm in a good mood when I come to Ireland. I think it's impossible to come to play golf, particularly in Ireland, and not be in a good mood because the people are so friendly. You do not get friendlier folk than the Irish. Northern Ireland, or if you're in the south, everybody is just happy to see you. They'll have a wee chat with you, they'll say hello. If you're walking down the street, they'll say hello. If you come to the golf, they want to know how your day's going and how are things, and it just puts you in a good mood and it lifts the spirit. And that's what's so special about coming to Ireland, as well as the world-class golf. But when you've got golf of this quality here at Royal Portrush, both the courses, and you've got kind-hearted, good people, I mean, you're absolutely winning at life in that scenario. And right now, just to put the icing on the cake, I've got a putt for eagle. Up the slope, double breaker. Of course, this par 4 is normally playing a bit longer than it will be today, but I'm going to take full advantage of this and try and give this eagle putt a little go. I'm kind of annoyed that I let one slip at the first there, so good chance to get one back. Ah, gave it a go, but now I've left myself a bit of work for the birdie. Just went back that way. It was like a snake, that putt. Just moved all over the shop. But this is holeable. Right now I'm doing this thing when I go over putts, and it's been working quite well. We'll see if today if it does. When I get over the putt, I line it up and I get the line, and I feel confident about what it's going to do. I'll tell you what I do in just a moment. So this looks like it's left of centre. I visualise the putt going in my brain, like really etching it. I can see it going end over end into the hole. And just as I'm getting into the putt, about now, I'm thinking, in. This is going in. Go on. Yes! Birdie. So I'm mentally trying to get into the weeds with my putting. I'm technically, I think, listen, I'm not probably perfect, but I feel like I'm happy with the way I'm rolling the ball. So much of the game in golf is mental, but on the putting green, I think if you just have that belief that the ball is going to go in, that can sometimes help you to find the bottom of the cup. Look at this view here. Spectacular. The third tee of Valley Links at Royal Portrush, and we're set right in the dunes here, so it's got a very different vibe and a different feeling to what you experience across on the Dunluce Links. The Dunluce Links, you're quite often elevated and you're looking out to the water, whereas here you're kind of tucked and you're sheltered in the dunes, and overall the landscaping looks a little bit flatter. You don't have these extreme kind of changes in elevation and the way the contours shape the Dunluce Links. It's very, very inviting. This is a slightly elevated tee here on 3. You've got bunkers either side of the fairway, and I just can't wait to give my driver a hit. Straight back into the teeth of the breeze. I'm not going to try and do anything fancy. I'm just going to go straight down this cart path with my stock little draw. Got the draw. It's not gone very far into that wind, but it's okay, we'll take it. Third fairway And you can see I've got the mat out. That's because this section of the golf course will be part of the practice ground during the Open Championship in July. So they're just protecting the grass out here, which is fantastic. We want the facilities to be as best as they can come the Open for the best players in the world. Who do you think is going to win the Open? Is it going to be McIlroy's homecoming, or will it be Shane Lowry back to defend the title he took here in 2019, or perhaps Justin Rose will be looking for a little bit of revenge? He's come so close, hasn't he? And it was heartbreak for him in Augusta National at the Masters, and he just took it so well. He really hats off to Justin Rose. The way he handles himself, we can all learn a thing or two from that. Or maybe it'll be someone else like a Tommy Fleetwood or a Xander Schauffele, Scotty Scheffler. I mean, it was a very dominant win for him recently on the PGA Tour in his home state of Texas. So all the big names, they're going to be here. And this little name of Iona has got a 3-wood right now on the 3rd fairway. Pure. Love hitting off mats. Just gonna have a little flick in from there at this par 5, 84 yards with my new oil can 56 degree. It's the perfect number. Into the wind a bit. Turn, go. Oh, left myself, didn't quite have enough in that. I'm still sort of learning. I've gone to a 52, a 56 and a 60 degree for the first time. I used to have a 50 and a 54. So I'm just learning kind of the new yardages that these wedges hit. And I didn't quite get that one right. Okay, putting from off the green here. Up the hill, bit of right to left on this for birdie. Go. Oh, I had the line, Okay, those little knee knockers always feel good when I hold them, but it's a par on the stroke 17 par 5, which is a bit disappointing. We remain at level par, not yet into the red. You could see though, if you were sharp, if your wedge game like there, my wedge really let me down there because I came up so short. But if you were dialed in from 100 yards and in, you could really get a score going out here. This course is epic. It's just like a perfect wee layout that's challenging. It's in immaculate condition, but it's not going to destroy you. You know, it's not like a monster championship links. It's just a really good test of golf, but not too challenging so far. However, I speak too soon because this is a par 4, stroke index 1, the 4th hole. And you can see again, we're on a nice elevated tee here, which I love. The fairway kind of moves from right to left. There's a bunker down the left, one on the right. And then there's this kind of mound that creeps in on the left-hand side that's blocking my route to the green. I'm just going to take it on the right edge of that mound. It's a little bit down the left-hand side, but it's okay. Let's go and find it. I'm in the rough, but it's okay. I've got away with it. I'm going to have a 7-iron straight down the breeze. I'm going to keep it a little right of it. Take a soft bounce through the back of the green. It's a strong wind, and that's just come out like a bat out of hell. 7-iron was way too much. It landed front right of the green, and now I'm hacking out the straw. That's okay. Right, I've left myself pin high here. I've left myself pin high here for the par. I'm going to play it on the left edge. Pulled it. I'm rushing. One drop shot on stroke index 1 at the Valley Links. A drop shot for me. Disappointing. I go back to 1 over par, but the good news is this is a par 5 playing downwind, and it is a wonderful looking hole. Semi-blind tee shot. I've no idea where I'm going here, but we're going up over this hill, over the brow. Hopefully the green is over there somewhere in the distance. So I'm gonna hit my driver and see where it ends up. Down the right-hand side. No idea if this hole goes right or if it goes left, but we're about to find out. Good news is my ball was right in the middle of the fairway and it actually pinches in at this spot, so that was a stroke of luck. Keeping it down the right-hand side has worked out very well there, and I've got 275 yards in to the flag, down breeze. So if it gets a forward kick, there's a half chance it might get close to the green. That is down the right-hand side, I think, in the rough. There's something really cool about towns or cities that have a golf course at the heart of it, and that's very much the case here in Portrush. The town surrounds the Dunluce Links and the Valley Links that we're getting to play this afternoon, and that symbiotic relationship feeds into everything you experience here. You see people walking down the street, they're talking about golf. And as our good friend Len in St Andrews once said, they're walking in fours. There's something about the way they lean on each other. It's like a friendship, the golf course with the town. They need one another to survive. And it's pretty magic. Okay, this is where my ball ended up. Luckily not in the gorse bush. And I can just see the very top of the flag. But it's pretty much blind. Oh, it took a kick left. Where has that gone? There was actually a bit of room right of this flag, I think, and I've missed it left, but maybe I'll be putting with the Texas wedge, who knows. Right, I'm in a little swale just left of the green. It obviously kicked this little bank, and I've decided to get the putter on it. The old Texas wedge. Back up the hill, bit of right to left. Go on, go on, go on! Thought I had that, I really did. It's amazing how quick they are, these greens. They don't look particularly quick, as links greens rarely do, because they have to keep them a little bit longer to handle the fierce winds rolling in off the sea. But they roll so quickly, they roll so beautifully, especially if you are downwind. It's a par at the par 5. On to the next. What a brilliant hole this is, the 6, the par 3, straight downwind. I've got 157 yards to the flag. Be playing a whole lot less than that, maybe playing 150 down the hill and then 140 with that wind. But it's a tight pin on the right-hand side and not a lot of landing area, just short of the flag. So I think I'm going to be forced to keep it a little left with something that goes about 135, which is in fact my 9-iron. Between a 9 and a little chippy 8. I think a chippy 8, because when you're playing a hole like this downhill, a par 3, and the wind's blowing, you just want to get the ball out the sky as quickly as possible. I don't really want it up there soaring, because then Mother Nature can take over. So I'm going to play a little chippy 8, grip down it a little bit, maybe even try and cut it in. It's got the cut. Go. Bunker. Bunker. I just needed a forward kick and I got a kick to the right. Such a tough little shot that, but a wonderful hole. I do love a bunker. Come on, let's go and hole a bunker shot. We have got a surprise guest coming on the channel right now for the remainder of this little loop. Really excited about this.
Iona,
Hi, how are you doing, Gary?
Stevenson. How are you?
You look like trouble, Gary.
I'm not trouble. No, I'm having a quiet word with your friend here. Nice golfer's tan. There you go. There you go. Folks.
That is a proper golfer's tan.
It is indeed.
Wow.
Well, how's it going? Enjoying the valley?
Oh, what a lovely little course this is.
Very underrated. Very
Yeah.
underrated. Good test of golf.
Do you fancy joining us for the last
Well,
few
indeed.
holes?
Certainly. Yes.
That'd be
Few
great.
holes. No worries.
We're playing 9 holes only.
Yes.
And this is the 6th hole. And I'm 1 over par.
Very good.
And well, we've not really had many chances, and now I've found myself in this wee bunker. But overall, I know the front nine's had the renovation. It is just a marvellous little test of golf.
Great test.
Yeah.
Unbelievable test. Like they've lengthened it, put more bunkers in, and it's a great test of golf. Full stop. It's unbelievable.
Great. And Gary, tell us a little bit about where you come from and what's your relationship with Portrush.
Well, I've lived more or less all my life here. My father's the head professional from 1977 to 1999.
Wow.
But before him, my grandfather was attached to the club from 1922 to 1977. So there's a lot of history involved with the Stevenson name here.
Great.
Whatever's hard to beat.
That's great. So you're Stevenson.
I'm Gary Stevenson, yes.
And I'm Stephen, so I'm
Yep.
almost.
You're almost there. You're
hanging
almost
on your
there. We'll give you half a hole again.
Great, that sounds fine. I'll take it. Okay, let's go and see what lie we've got here, Gary.
Okay.
I tried to hit a wee chippy shot in here, and because it was a very tight pin to get to. It took a right kick instead of the forward kick. My ball wasn't listening, but nonetheless, this looks like a good lie.
Exactly. No excuses.
Not actually sure I've been in a bunker today because we were up on the.
Yeah, I saw you earlier on up with Gary up on
we had
the
a
main
few holes
course.
with Gary, and that was an absolute treat.
Yep.
The course is looking fantastic.
The course is very good shape and the greens are running very quickly.
Yeah.
I can't believe how quick the greens are.
These greens are quite quick
They're
and all.
quick as well.
Yeah. And this is off a wee downslope. So cut one out here. Sit.
That's very impressive.
That's
Nothing wrong with
okay.
that.
Not too
If I was
bad.
a gentleman, I would give you that.
Thank you.
I'll get that.
That's
for you.
really
No worries.
kind,
No
Gary.
worries.
Thank you so much. Oh, it's great. We've got Gary coming to join us here for the last few holes. What a treat. He's been out caddying already today, and he's going to tell us a few tales from Portrush. We've had a redesign,
Yes.
and there's parts of the course here that are being protected.
Well, this is actually a new green, this one here.
You can
Iona.
see it looks quite new.
Yeah, this is quite a new green, this one here. Actually, a new, used to be a par sort of 4, now a par 3.
That's a great par 3.
Great par, as you say. Yep.
Right, we've got.
Doesn't matter very much.
Any thoughts on this one?
Probably just left of centre. Don't think there's really much in that at all.
Okay, I needed you earlier, Gary, because I was overreading everything.
Well, it's whether there's subtle breaks. And remember, I know it's downhill, but you're into the wind, so I just almost play it reasonably flat,
Yeah.
pace-wise. Well done, never in doubt. Good 3.
Laugh of honour, brilliant stuff. Thank
Well
goodness
done, no
Gary
worries.
arrived at last. I'm holding a putt. Now we're on the championship links, and
Yes.
you know, you forget on links golf. I've not played it in so long that because the grass is kept a wee bit longer, the break doesn't happen quite as
Not as
severely.
much as you say. I agree with you big time, yes.
So I was just overreading everything, missing it, but. It was great to have a look at what's happening, and you must be excited about the Open
Oh,
coming
very
back.
much so, very much so. Because the last time, lucky enough, I actually caddied for a young Japanese amateur
Right.
in 2019, but sadly he missed the cut by 1, and he bogeyed the last, which is more annoying.
Heartbreak.
It was indeed.
What was his name?
Takumi Kanea,
Oh yeah.
and he has since turned pro, and he's doing very well actually in the Japanese tour,
Great.
the American tour. He's got his American card,
Right.
and he's playing this week in Quail Hollow.
Cool. It's going to
which
be
is
a good week. Yeah.
Hopefully for him, big time, yes.
So do you think you might get a bag this?
Hopefully I do myself, yes.
Yeah.
Hopefully, be nice,
Great.
lovely.
Okay. Very good. Right.
Okay.
You hop on with me, Gary.
Okay, no worries. Par 4, new hole, just built recently, and named after our US Open winner, Graham McDowell.
Oh.
So Graham was attached to the Rathmore Clubhouse.
Okay.
So they named this hole after Graham McDowell.
There we go. Very good. Graham McDowell, yeah, you've got Darren Clarke, you've got Shane Lowry, you've got McIlroy just securing the Grand Slam.
We've got
You're
everybody.
spoiled, really.
We are indeed, big time.
You are. And who have you got your eye on for the Open this year?
Will definitely have to be Rory.
Yeah.
Like, he did sort of slip up a wee bit in 2019, so I think he's out to redeem himself big time.
It would mean a lot, can you imagine?
Oh, very much so.
Up the right hand side, headed for that bunker.
Be short, be short.
Yep.
Nothing wrong with that, good shot. Good
Thank
angle
you.
in for your next, well played.
Beautiful looking hole.
It is indeed. And once you get to the top of this hill, lovely view, Iona, lovely view.
Oh, I can't wait.
It is. As I say, this is my office, and it's a great office.
Yeah, so how many years have you been caddying, Gary?
I've been caddying now for those 25 years.
Goodness me, you must have picked up a tail or two.
Well, yes.
Are there any standout rounds for you?
Give me a few seconds and I'll think of
Okay,
what.
we'll have a wee nosy up here. So, I've got 75 yards, and feels like that wind's kind of across.
Cross, but coming from that first cut, I might get a bit of a jumper, so I played slightly less, I would have thought.
Okay.
Ground's pretty hard as well. Sit down, just sit down, sit down, sit down.
Gone.
I think it's big. You got a bit of a flyer there,
Yeah,
and
I
I'm
did.
afraid came out very hot from that lie.
Uh-oh.
Hopefully we're still on the golf course.
Yeah. Go. Oh, I've got work
Might
to
be
do.
better with maybe a straighter face club.
Yeah, we've
just
been-
testing you there.
Just, it's soft
Yeah,
landing,
it's
isn't
just, again, it's a new green, naturally hasn't really bedded in some of it.
it? Just outside?
Just barely outside the left edge, yes.
Oh,
Good effort.
thank you. Oh, I've pushed it. Oh
Well
no, I've
done,
got away with it.
simple.
Whew. Well, listen, I've dropped a shot there, which is disappointing, but it just goes to show you that it might be a small hole. I just had a wedge in, but if you lose your concentration, you're not paying attention, you can quickly be bitten.
You can indeed. Well, look at this view, Iona. Like,
And-
this is my office.
Oh.
Like, what kind of office is that now? Unbelievable. Those islands are called the Skerries.
Yeah. Can you get out there?
You can if you wish, certainly,
wee
yes.
boat.
On a wee boat, certainly.
Have you been out there?
It's been a while. It's been,
These girls here going for a dip.
yep.
I can see why you've done this for 25 years. And of course we know that the weather, we'd be fibbing if we said the weather was always like
It
this in
is.
Ireland.
It is always like this. Always like this all the time, Iona, all the time.
But it's your golf lives in the veins of people in this part of the world.
It does indeed. It does indeed.
Oh, this is just heaven on earth. Doesn't matter if you had made a double bogey, I'd still be happy with a view like that.
Exactly. So we're going to another new hole here,
Okay.
par 3.
Gary, one of the things that I love about Portrush, and I haven't spent enough time here, I wish I could spend more, and I'll endeavour to in the future, but it's this sort of relationship between the town and the golf course. And you see it, really, St Andrews is the only other place I can think about.
Very similar.
they sort
Very
of bleed
similar
into
facts.
one
They
another.
do indeed, yes. The golf course does provide finance for the town big time.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, last time we had the Open 2019, we had COVID, which unfortunately didn't help the things, but touch wood, hopefully everything's going to be fantastic this year,
Yeah.
and the town will benefit unbelievably.
Because in 2019, it couldn't really have gone any better.
No, an Irish winner.
An Irish winner, and the course looked magnificent. We had all kinds of weathers, and it was like a 10 out of 10, box office kind of Open. So they've set a very high bar, but obviously everyone must be so excited for it to return.
Unbelievable. So I think it's going to be, as I said before, especially if Rory's going
Yeah,
for
yeah.
even for 3
Even
turns.
for Shane, I mean-
and Shane as well. Like Shane as
You
you,
know,
say, he's got a good record round here
And he's
as an amateur.
coming into some form.
Oh, he is, big time.
And I think that, imagine if Rory and Shane were in the final group.
Even tie holes would be good.
That would be good. Right, we're in a little par 3 here, although it's not so little.
It's playing along into this breeze.
Well, it's 157. Hang on there for me. Hang on.
Yeah, good shot there.
All right, he's
Good
peeling
shot.
back
Nothing
in.
wrong with that. Well done.
Got a chance anyway.
You have indeed.
Right, what a great hole this is, and I've got myself a wee chance down the hill here. I'm going to bring Gary in on this one, get the expert opinion. Left to right.
Yeah, not much because of the wind. I think you're slightly down, but like it's a new green, so I don't think it's going to be grease lightning, Iona. Yeah, just half a cup on the left.
Okay.
Go, hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it, you've got it.
Keep going. Keep going.
Not bad effort.
Ah, it just needed a little more.
Yeah, another half a Guinness.
That sounds good. That is what I'm crying out for at this point.
Well done.
Thank you.
No worry, good three.
One to go.
Three's always good. One to go in this front 9, yes.
So how often are you caddying on this course versus the other?
More often. Before it was always the main course, the Dunluce course, the Valley course, because of all the changes. A lot more, put it that way.
Yeah, can see why.
Oh, it's a great course.
Okay, what's the options here then?
Well, par 4, slight dogleg to the left, but naturally the wind's pushing you to the right. You're just trying to finish slightly left on what we call the Eiffel Tower in the distance.
Okay.
The French Eiffel Tower, the Irish Eiffel Tower, sorry.
Perfect.
Hold your line. Just on the right edge there, should be okay.
Great. Playing downhill.
Downhill, wind slightly helping from the left. But sort of a small false front as well, you have to be careful of, Iona.
I'm thinking like sort of 125.
Yep, that sounds good.
126. Yeah, it's a perfect pitching wedge.
Okay.
Wind's helping me.
Stay up, stay up.
Just not quite on my A game there.
I was gonna say, I just pulled it maybe a fraction.
Just a tiny wee pull.
You just slightly pulled it, but we can still make par from there.
Yep, I like your thinking. This is a real tester to finish. It needs a bit of welly. Sit there.
Yeah, good putt.
Oh, left myself quite a chunky one. It's hard just to give it the welly it needs to get up there.
Yeah, and then it's downhill and downwind.
Downwind.
But you don't want the same shot again. You don't want the ball finishing back at your feet again. But come on, this is the one they open now.
Okay, that's what we want. Bit left to right.
Left to right, and again, naturally the wind's going to play a bit of a part in this putt. Downhill, but into a pretty strong breeze, so almost flat I would play it.
And about a cup on the left.
Cup on the left, it sounds perfect. Just like that. Well done, you won the Open, well done.
We've won the Open. Gary, thank you so much.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you enjoyed that.
I'm so grateful you came to join us for the end of these
No
night
worries,
holes.
thank you very much
And
indeed.
we know that we'll have you back on the channel for a full 18 next time.
Hopefully, all fingers crossed, I better get you the ball. Yeah,
Oh,
well
thank
done.
you. Yeah,
there you go, congratulations.
Run out of steam now. It's been
well
a fantastic
done. Good three
day
to
of
finish
golf.
with, thank you.
Here at Royal Portrush, a huge thank you to Royal Portrush and to Gary, of course, Gary McNeil for hosting us here. To the R&A, we wish you the best of luck at the Open. If you're going to be there, of course, we'll see you there. And until then, it's bye for now.